Let me introduce you to Tadej Pogačar, the latest rider to enter the Tour de France's list of champions. After a relentless performance at the 2020 Tour de France, Pogačar has claimed the iconic yellow jersey at the age of just 21 years old. By claiming this title, Pogačar has become the first Tour de France champion from Slovenia, as well as becoming the second youngest winner in the race's history. So let's get to know the Slovenian sensation a little bit more. Born on September 21st, 1998 in the town of Komenda, Slovenia, Tadej Pogačar did not take to cycling at first. Originally deciding to play for his local football team, Pogačar's brother Tilen persuaded Tadej to take to cycling. A wise decision in hindsight. So at the age of 9 years old, Pogačar started cycling with his brother at the Rog Ljubljana cycling club. Tadej had to race with riders years older than him, as Slovenia did not have categories for riders as young as him. In his early days, the current Tour de France champion felt minnowed in comparison to his fellow competitors in Slovenia, who used to tease him for his height. Little did they know that little Poggy would go on to win the yellow jersey in Paris. At the age of 19, Tadej Pogačar broke into the headlines after running away with the overall race win at the 2018 Tour de l'Avenir, a mini Tour de France for riders under the age of 23. At this race, Pogačar remained consistent throughout, taking the leader's yellow jersey on the 7th stage, edging out the likes of Ivan Sosa, Eddie Dunbar and Alexander Vlasov. Making the leap to the UCI World Tour in 2019 with the UAE Team Emirates squad, it didn't take long for Pogačar to make a splash in the top ranks of the sport. Taking the win in the Volta ao Algarve and the Tour of California in emphatic fashion showed the world just how talented Tadej Pogačar could be on the UCI World Tour. 2019 would offer more for the young Slovenian once he took to the start line of his first Grand Tour at the 2019 Vuelta a España. Many expected Pogačar to ride the Spanish Tour at his own pace in order to gain some experience. However, Tadej Pogačar assaulted the race with everything he had. Taking his first stage win on a hectic stage 9 to the summit of Cortals den Camp, Pogačar was thrown into the spotlight of the sport from then on. Following on from his dramatic win, Tadej Pogačar comfortably moved into the top 5 of GC, earning him the white jersey of the best young rider. Pogačar went on to win another 2 stage victories on stages 13 and 20. Impressively, stage 20 saw Tadej attack from far out to leap back onto the podium, taking 1 minute and 41 seconds on the race leader Primož Roglič. Tadej Pogačar managed to finish 3rd overall, 2 minutes and 55 seconds behind the race winner Primož Roglič. Following his overwhelming successes at La Vuelta a España, Tadej Pogačar returned home to Slovenia as a hero. At the age of 20, he was the youngest rider to finish on a Grand Tour podium in years, proving how strong he could be in a 3-week-long stage race. Tadej started the 2020 season in style, taking the overall win at the Spanish race La Vuelta a la Comunidad Valenciana ahead of Jack Haig and Theo Gegenhardt, as well as a tightly contested win on the 5th stage of the UAE Tour. However, it wouldn't take long for Pogačar to be in the top step of the podium yet again after the season's restart, claiming the Slovenian National Time Trial Championships back in July. However, all eyes were on the 2020 Tour de France. Even though Pogačar told the press that he would support Fabio Aru at the Tour, UAE went all in for the quietly confident Slovenian. After starting as one of the outsiders for the yellow jersey, Tadej Pogačar would soon make his mark on cycling's biggest race. After mixed fortunes in the first week, Pogačar went on to claim his first Tour de France stage win in La Reims on stage 9 of the race after outsprinting his countryman Primož Roglič and the 2019 Tour de France champion Egan Bernal. Remaining in the top 10 until the end of the second week, Pogačar took a valiant stage win on the summit of Le Grand Colombier, whilst wearing the white jersey that he was so worthy of. Following stage 17 summer finish, Pogačar sat 50 seconds behind Primož Roglič. Briefly taking the polka dot jersey on the road to La Planche des Belles Filles, Pogačar stunned the cycling world by taking the final time trial and claiming the yellow jersey on stage 20. Tadej sealed the stage victory with a considerable margin to former world champion Tom Dumoulin and Pogačar's closest GC competitor Primož Roglič, who now sat 59 seconds behind him in GC. Shocking the cycling world in the process, Pogačar closed off the battle for the yellow, white, and polka dot jerseys after his stellar time trial up La Planche des Belles Filles. With this feat, he became the first person since Eddy Merckx to win 3 jerseys in Paris. On top of this, he became just the 12th rider to win the Tour de France on their first attempt. Nevertheless, I'm sure that we are all in agreement that this is just the beginning of a huge palmares to come for this young Slovenian. All I have left to say is congratulations Tadej Pogačar, and let's get discussing in the comment section below. What do you think the future holds for our new Tour de France champion?